Is Greg Norman, once hailed as the great white shark of golf, now swimming in troubled waters? Hello, golf enthusiasts. Welcome back to ES Club Golf. Today we're delving into the enigmatic world of professional golf and one of its most controversial figures, Greg Norman. Join us as we unravel the layers of this intriguing saga and explore why the once revered champion has become one of the most polarizing figures in the sport. The golfing world was rocked when Greg Norman, once hailed as the great white shark of the sport, took center stage as the CEO of the controversial LIV Golf League. With over 300 weeks spent as world number one during the 1980s and 90s, Norman was no stranger to the limelight, but his latest move thrust him into a maelstrom of controversy and criticism. As the face of LIV Golf Investments, the Saudi-backed initiative aimed to revolutionize the sport. However, from its inception, LIV faced accusations of sportswashing, using professional golf to bolster Saudi Arabia's image while turning a blind eye to the regime's human rights violations. Despite the uproar surrounding LIV, Norman unabashedly championed the cause, becoming the grinning face of a venture that threatened to upend the golfing world. Critics slammed Norman for his involvement, arguing that the influx of cash from LIV jeopardized the integrity of existing tournaments and tours. His unwavering support for the league only intensified the backlash against him, turning him from a revered figure to a lightning rod for controversy. But why did Norman choose to throw himself into the eye of the storm? Some speculated it was a bid for relevance, while others saw it as a brazen display of power and influence. Whatever his motives, Norman's actions ignited a firestorm of animosity, leaving him squarely in the crosshairs of golf fans and pundits alike. As the dust settled, one thing was clear. Greg Norman had become a polarizing figure, the subject of scorn and disdain from all corners of the golfing community. His decision to align himself with LIV Golf Investments had forever altered his standing in the sport, transforming him from a celebrated champion to a lightning rod for controversy. As tension simmered in the world of professional golf, Greg Norman found himself embroiled in bitter feuds and controversies that only served to exacerbate his plummeting reputation. Norman's decision to spearhead the Saudi-backed LIV Golf League was met with widespread condemnation, with critics accusing him of destabilizing the sport and alienating its fan base. But perhaps the most damaging fallout from Norman's actions was the rift it created among the golfing community. By luring top players away from established tours and onto the LIV Golf League, Norman effectively divided the sport's talent pool and sowed discord among its most beloved stars. One such star to openly clash with Norman was four-time major winner Rory McIlroy. McIlroy, a vocal critic of the LIV Golf model, wasted no time in publicly denouncing Norman's efforts to collaborate with existing tours. Calling Norman's offer dead in the water, McIlroy made his stance clear, igniting a war of words between the two titans of the game. Norman, never one to back down from a challenge, fired back at McIlroy with biting remarks about his business acumen and alleged manipulation by tour officials. Mocking McIlroy's position, Norman sarcastically reminisced about a time when the young golfer looked up to him, only to now find themselves at odds. But McIlroy proved to be a formidable opponent, hitting back with pointed jabs at Norman's inability to maintain positive relationships within the sport. With each exchange, the animosity between the two escalated, drawing attention from fans and media alike. Despite Norman's attempts to discredit McIlroy and defend his involvement with LIV Golf, the damage to his legacy was already done. Accusations of being a mere puppet for the Saudis and personal attacks on McIlroy only fueled the flames of disdain aimed at Norman. As the feud raged on through the summer and into the fall, it became increasingly clear that Norman's once-storied legacy was in jeopardy. His transformation from revered champion to divisive figurehead underscored the power of personal vendettas and the consequences of burning bridges in the world of professional sports. Once hailed as a paragon of golfing excellence, Greg Norman's fall from grace has been nothing short of dramatic. From being adored as a charismatic champion to vilified as a reckless villain, Norman's journey through the highs and lows of the golfing world is a tale of epic proportions. Norman's career, boasting an impressive 91 professional victories, was marred by the haunting specter of near misses in major tournaments. Despite his undeniable talent and aggressive style of play, Norman's inability to clinch victory in golf's most prestigious events left him yearning for recognition that never fully materialized. The pinnacle of Norman's anguish came in the infamous 1996 Masters, where he squandered a commanding six-shot lead in the final round, cementing his status as the tragic figure of golf lore. This crushing defeat, compounded by numerous other close calls in major championships, fueled Norman's simmering resentment towards a golfing world that seemed to overlook his talents. While contemporaries like Palmer, Nicklaus, and Woods basked in the adoration of fans and the glory of multiple major victories, Norman found himself on the outside looking in, perpetually denied the accolades he so desperately sought. His jealousy simmered beneath the surface, driving him to seek ways to disrupt the established hierarchy of the golfing elite. Even in the 1990s, Norman was at the forefront of efforts to challenge the PGA Tour's dominance with the proposed World Golf Tour. Though this venture ultimately failed, Norman's desire to upend the status quo remained undiminished, a testament to his enduring bitterness towards the powers that be in the golfing world. But as Norman's career progressed and his opportunities to secure major victories dwindled, his resentment festered, eventually leading him down a path of self-destruction. His involvement with the controversial LIV Golf League and public feuds with fellow players like Rory McIlroy were manifestations of a deeper animosity towards an industry that he felt had failed to recognize his greatness. As the Saudi-backed LIV Golf League presented itself as an opportunity for Greg Norman to settle old scores, he eagerly seized the chance to wreak havoc on the golfing establishment. His decision to align himself with the controversial league, despite the moral compromises it entailed, laid bare his deep-seated resentment and desire for revenge. With each divisive move and public feud, Norman's once sterling reputation crumbled before our eyes. From revered legend to reviled villain, his legacy took a Titanic turn as he embraced the role of the antagonist in the golfing world. His involvement with the LIV Golf League and his relentless pursuit of vendettas against fellow players like Rory McIlroy painted him as a man driven by spite and resentment, willing to sacrifice his standing in the game for a chance at petty revenge. Now, Greg Norman stands on the precipice of infamy, remembered not for his transcendent talent on the course, but for his greedy and disruptive failures off it. His transformation from the great white shark to golf's biggest heel serves as a cautionary tale of the perils of letting bitterness and resentment dictate one's actions. So what do you think? Did Greg Norman make an unforgivable deal with the devil, forever tarnishing his standing in the world of golf? Or was he justified in seeking one last shot at payback for the slights he endured during his playing days? Let your voice be heard in the comments below. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to ES Club Golf for more captivating content on all things golf. And remember, whether on the fairway or in life, it's important to play with integrity and sportsmanship. Until next time, keep swinging.